Why don't we let,
You can talk. I can do my coffee over there. Get started.
Jeff, you want to help?
We're set to go? Okay.
Yep.
Good evening, everyone. It is December 14th. This is the Board of Public Works meeting. The time is 4:01. Claire, could you kindly call the roll?
Commissioner Moriarty,
Here.
Commissioner Schoeneman,
Here.
Commissioner Levin,
Here.
and Commissioner Shea is not here yet. And the mayor couldn't be with us this evening and sends his regrets.
We do have a quorum with 3 members present, so we will proceed with the meeting. First on the agenda, Commissioner Schoeneman.
I move to approve the agenda as submitted.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Next, Commissioner Lemon.
I move to approve the minutes of the Board of Public Works meeting of November 16th, 2023.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
And that motion passes. And next would be public comment. Are there any members of the public here who would like to make comment? Okay, see you none, we will move forward. Item 5 would be Commissioner Schoeneman.
This is a referral ordinance O-23-066, increasing sewer fees, rates, and changes.
Dr. Trojan.
The Board of Aldermen is looking for hopefully a positive recommendation.
Recommendation.
Yes.
Okay, we're looking for a positive recommendation for ordinance O-23-066, increasing sewer fees, rates, and changes.
That is the motion. Any questions on the motion? Seeing none, we'll go for a vote. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
And that passes as a favorable recommendation to the Board of Aldermen. Moving forward into wastewater department, Commissioner Lemon.
I move to approve the user warrants as presented.
That is the motion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And that motion passes. Moving on to engineering. Motion A, Commissioner Schoeneman.
I move to approve the sewer service permits and fees as submitted.
That is the motion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Motion B, Commissioner Lemon.
I move to approve the use of Amherst Street Fund Traffic Mitigation Funds and DW Highway Traffic Mitigation Funds for the purchase of 5 UNEX M60 traffic signal controllers from Ocean State Signal of Smithfield, Rhode Island, in an amount not to exceed $20,000. Funding will be through Department 160, Admin/Engineering, Fund, Trust, Account Category 71, Equipment.
Thank you. Engineer Hudson, would you like to comment?
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon. Dan Hudson, City Engineer. So the city's in the process of installing our new state-of-the-art GPS-based emergency preemption system where fire trucks, as they approach intersections, they'll turn the lights green without having the old Opticom system, which has been problematic. That's required installing new equipment in all of the traffic signal cabinets. We came across an issue where we had some old equipment out there and it wasn't compatible with this system. So we have a number of traffic signal controllers that we need to upgrade. So what the request is here is for a purchase of 5 new compatible traffic signal controllers, and it's intended to be funded out of existing traffic corridor accounts, 3 of those on Amherst Street out of that corridor fund, and the other 2 on, one on DW Highway and one on Spitbrook Road out of that corridor fund. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, I don't see any questions, so we'll move the motion. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
And that motion carries. Thank you. We have motion C. Oh, I'm sorry, the board would like to recognize Commissioner Shea.
Thank you.
Yep. Commissioner, how would you like to read that motion C under engineering?
The motion is to approve Amendment 4 to the 2021 Pavement Managing Engineering Services Contract with Hayner Swanson, Inc. of Nashua, New Hampshire, in the amount of $48,000, funding through Department 160, Admin, Engineering, Fund, Bond, Activity Paving.
Again, City Engineer Dan Hudson. So, under the 2021 paving program, we hired HSI to do a design of Factory Street reconstruction, kind of a complete street reconstruction with roadway, drainage, sidewalk. So they've been progressing that project. And we need an amendment basically to have them be able to finish that project. So this is an amendment to that contract. Timing of construction still to be determined, but we're trying to get to the point that we have a good set of plans that we can get costed and have a good estimate and determine when to advertise that for construction, but be happy to address any questions.
Can you remind me, what is the length of that contract? So in 2021, is it done this year or?
So the year kind of refers to when the funding was secured, so most all of the work under that program's completed. You know, we've done paving contracts under that same program, right? So most all that work's done. Maybe a punch list item here or there to be addressed. But this engineering contract was done under that. We're amending that original contract. I guess financially it's cleaner to do that than try to, you know, enter in a new contract or under this year's paving program. So this was viewed as the cleanest way to do this. But this will enable them to complete the work, which is anticipated to happen this spring, the design work that is anticipated to be completed this spring.
Is there funding left in that?
Yes, there is. This is within the money that's already the budget that's already been allocated under that program.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Further questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
The motion passes. Moving on to item D, Commissioner Lemon.
I move, the motion is to, I don't know how to word this, street opening permits issued for streets in moratorium. I move to approve the street opening permits issued for streets in moratorium.
Great, thank you for the motion. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 And that motion carries. We're now moving on to, thank you.
Thank you.
Engineer Hudson. We're now moving on to administration. Item A, Commissioner Sherman.
I move to approve the proposed January 25th, 2024 as the regular meeting date for the Board of Public Works for the new year.
That is the motion. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay. Thank you. Next, Director.
It's the quickest that I've
I
ever done.
know.
Director's
Wow.
report. First slide. This is we're very excited. We actually have received two Ford F-150 Lightnings now, a black one and a gray. And so far, so good. I think Engineer Hudson has driven it probably the most and is really likes it, right? Very nice. Yeah. So we're making use of our charging stations. Santa in the Park, unfortunately it did rain, but we still had about 100 children who came out to meet Santa and take some pictures and go away with a gift. So I would say it was still a success despite the rain. We have over 800 boys and girls registered in our BIDI program this season, and that is in full swing and will be through March. The 2023 stroll, again, was a huge success. Thank you, Commissioner Shea. He had a major part in making that a great success and didn't have a lot of time to pull it off, so.
It was a very good event.
It was a really great event, and Public Works assisted in a number of ways with trash and closing streets, and so. We have a new playground at Fields Grove, if you haven't seen it. It's really great. We've had a lot of compliments about it, and the community's very happy. We have a new climbing net that was installed at Sandy Pond, and again, people are speaking very favorably of it. We have been doing a lot of tree work. This is a tree that was taken down, actually that could have fallen in Somerset Parkway by Park and Rec. And we have a lot of tree work to do this winter. We've been very busy with fall cleanup. Weather permitting, it takes us a full 2 months to accomplish that, so, but it's been a fairly dry season, so we're in good shape. We had a couple of, we had we had a signal control cabinet and a street lighting load center that was actually hit by a motorist and repaired at Temple in Maine. Wastewater is working with a contractor to put one of our secondary clarifiers back online. It was offline last winter when we had a really cold snap. It's taken us that long to get all the equipment manufactured to get it back online. So, but it's finally back there. We have 3, so it's not critical, but still good to have that back. Ross Dugas of Risk Management is doing some ergonomics training here. He does a lot of training for us, and we appreciate that. He works with the Risk Management Department. The Four Hills Landfill and Recycling Center will be closed, of course, on Christmas, which is on a Monday, December 25th. So trash collection will be delayed a day that week. Same thing with, well, I'll wait till I get to that. We have excess holiday trash that will be picked up from Tuesday, December 26th through Saturday, December 30th. So extra bags may be placed at the curb and they will be picked up. But we ask that they not be placed on snow banks, assuming that we get some snow, and at least 3 feet from your trash barrel. Christmas trees will be picked up curbside Tuesday, January 2nd through Friday, January 12th on your scheduled collection day. So again, they should be, no tree stands, no tinsel, no decorations. They should be free from all of that. And please not in frozen ground or on snowbanks. We'd like to remind everyone that gift boxes, uncoated plain wrapping paper, and corrugated cardboard boxes may be recycled in curbside recycling. And we encourage people to reuse gift bags and bows and ribbons and anything that you possibly can. Like Christmas, the New Year also falls on a Monday. So on Monday, January 1st, curbside collection will be delayed by 1 day that week. We also have another holiday coming up on Monday, January 15th, Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. So all collections that week will also be delayed by 1 day. And that's it. And I would, before, if you'll allow me, Commissioner Moriarty, I would like to just say a couple of things before we get to Commissioner comments. And you can see our staff is here as well. So tonight, it's sort of bittersweet. We say goodbye and thank you to 2 dedicated Public Works Commissioners, although you're not done until really the end of the year, but this is your last meeting, so. Commissioner Schoeneman, I want to thank you for your service on the Board of Public Works for the last 4 years. We appreciate your dedication and support. You've championed the preservation of our streets and infrastructure throughout Nashua while always keeping a watchful eye on the use of tax dollars. You served on the Joint Committee of Public Works and Infrastructure, which oversaw the building of our new facility, which we are now meeting in. You also volunteered for Public Works events like Santa in the Park. You and your husband are wonderful public servants who have made a significant impact on the city. And thank you for that. And we hope that you will fondly remember your time working with us. Commissioner Moriarty, you've spent the last 12 years on the board supporting and championing Public Works. You've been on the board almost as long as I've been director. Thank you for serving Public Works for so long and always being our cheerleader and advocate. You served as vice chair several times in the pension board, the building committee, and the Joint Committee of Public Works and Infrastructure. I think you even served on the strategic planning committee for a while. You've guided us through 2 mayors, many major projects like the Broad Street Parkway, the Main Street sidewalks, the skate park, many parks, and the beginning of the 10-year paving program, which we initiated, and of course our new office building. It's tough to say goodbye to someone who's been with us for so long. And thank you for all you have done to improve the infrastructure in Nashua. You're leaving a lasting impact on Public Works and the city. Mayor Donchis wanted to be here tonight. He has an important family matter that he's attending to. So on behalf of Mayor Donchis and the Division of Public Works, we'd like to present you both with plaques, thanking you and memorializing your time on the board. Can we take a picture, please? Could we have all of senior staff come up? I think Commissioner Moran might like a picture, even though they're dressed, yeah. Okay,
Hey, you need to get an elf, too.
but it's crazy sweater day. No, take the hat off.
You gotta get in now, come on.
Big crowd here.
We have enough room?
Let's all
Lauren, you gotta
switch
get in
in.
front.
No, I have.
Come on,
Stand
come
up.
on, you're small, you need that.
That's good. Thank you,
Okay,
Claire, thank you.
Claire.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, stay with Commissioner Shum. No.
Nope.
Great. You're welcome, thank you.
You wanna take it home?
Would there be commissioner comments?
I just have a question.
Commissioner Shea?
For the destroyed traffic control boxes, can we check in with, or could you check in with Risk to see if damages have been pursued with the drivers?
They absolutely will be,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
Yes, we
good.
do that in all instances. We obtain the police report and
Yep.
get the names, and then Risk does
Okay.
go after the insurance company of whoever did the damage.
Okay. 'Cause
Yes.
I've inquired in the past, and it wasn't 100% clear that we obtained the damages, or, but I'd be interested to know, if we're successful in that.
Absolutely can let you know.
Just 'cause I'm sure
Sure.
those boxes are like $60,000 or something absurd like that, so it's a significant cost.
We do chase after that all the time.
Yep.
The only unfortunate part is if it's an uninsured motorist.
Yep,
Right.
and in New Hampshire, that's a
Right.
big issue, yeah. Yeah.
And I will let you know,
Appreciate it.
absolutely.
Thank you.
I have a question. I've had a couple of people ask me, who sets the policy for, a number of elderly people have asked me this. Like, if you live at Davidson's Landing, or you live in the apartments on Burke Street, when there's a snow emergency, they're told to go in their cars and move them and then just sort of sit there until the plowing is done? Is that how it's supposed to work? Or is it under the control of each separate housing facility? I'm just curious as to how it works.
It is under the control of each association, so
Okay.
that would be, that seems like a
Well, to me, it seems like a
strange rule, but
dangerous
it does seem
rule.
like, it does seem like a dangerous
Because if
rule.
there's a snow emergency, to me, it seems like the last thing you would want is a bunch of people taking cars and moving them and then just waiting there, so.
Right.
But that is something that should be taken up with each facility?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct. There is, of course, free parking in all of the parking garages during a snow emergency, so that would be an option, but
Yeah,
you
what they
probably
should
don't.
really do then is have all of the people bring their cars there and have a bus or something to take them back, because they're densely,
Mhm,
okay.
right.
Comments? Commissioner Shulman, I'd like to thank you as well for your time and service on the board. So it's been a pleasure working with you. And from a personal note, I'd like to thank the people of Nashua for electing me throughout the years. And I've had a pleasure of serving this board. I've enjoyed it, learned so much. The pleasure to work with Director Photo, your wonderful staff, all the superintendents I've worked with, and the engineers, Chief Engineer Hudson, and others. So it's been a real pleasure. So I will miss it, and hopefully Nashua's a better place to live in for some of the jobs that we have done. If I had gone further, Director Fowler never mentioned this to you, one thing I've always wanted to do, and a project, it would not be an easy project, but it would be to do some house cleaning, modernization of the city charter regarding the Board of Public Works. Because it hasn't been, since it's been incorporated, and it's created some confusion over the years, and it would need to be modernized. I mean, when it was written, for example, there was no Department of Park and Rec.
Yeah.
And so, the Park and Rec is administratively attached to us, but it's not in the city charter. So that's why the Board of Aldermen can make changes, because it's, you know, it's through their resolution. It would be nice to have a nice, clean, charter, but that would mean enough signatures to get it on the ballot. You know how hard that is. The Mayor Donches tried with the police commission and was unsuccessful. But I think this is, a house cleaning thing is a different story. I think it's time to modernize that city charter, to bring all of the departments under the division and clearly state the role of the Board of Public Works and the division. So that's just a couple
Mhm.
cents, so anyway.
We no longer have horses.
Yeah, right, no horses, no carriages, no trolleys, right, so that's what I mean. Okay, thank you. That's it.
Whose purview is that? Would that be the Board of Aldermen that would be involved in updating the city charter, or would that?
When this board, if you want to, you'd have to make that motion, and then you'd have to work with legal for the rules, but you'd have to get enough signatures to get it on the city ballot.
Right, so we would have to get it on the city ballot, and it would be a signature thing. We'd want to work with legal in terms of the language
Right.
of what would be recommended for changes, to suit the spirit of the board's purpose. But it would come down to the ballot initiative, and I want, I'm gonna say it's several thousand signatures, if I recall. And it's a pretty involved effort.
And I believe the Board of Aldermen also have to vote to allow it to go on the ballot.
I think that they can put it on the ballot independently of the signature effort, because when the non-binding Performing Arts Center question was placed on, I believe it was by way of action of the Board of Aldermen versus the petition avenue. So I think it could be either or. Yeah.
It's doable.
Yep.
For sure. All right, next on the agenda would be personnel. I think, I don't know who was next on, it's Commissioner Shea, I think he may be
Sure.
next.
The motion is to approve and unseal the non-public minutes for personnel from the Board of Public Works meeting of November 16th, 2023.
All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, and that motion carries. Motion B, I think we'll move to Commissioner Schoenman.
I move to accept the resignation of Jonathan Walker, collection equipment operator, effective December 6, 2023.
That is the motion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And that motion carries. Commissioner Lemon, you have a motion?
Yes. Pursuant to RSA 91-A3, 2B, the hiring of any person as a public employee. I move by roll call that the board go into non-public session pursuant to RSA 91A:3, 2B.
Thank you. That's the motion. Clara, roll call?
Commissioner Moriarty?
Yes.
Commissioner Schoeneman?
Yes.
Commissioner Lemon?
Yes?
And Commissioner Shea?
Yes.
That is the motion. We will go into non-public session.
Is he gonna tell us when we're back?
Okay. Commissioner Lemon, when you're ready?
I move that the Board of Public Works come out of non-public session.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
I move by roll call to seal the minutes of the Board of Public Works Personnel non-public meeting of December 14th, 2023, until such time as the majority of the board votes that the purpose of confidentiality would no longer be served.
Thank you. Clear.
Commissioner Moriarty?
Yes.
Commissioner Shulman?
Yes.
Commissioner Lemon?
Yes.
And Commissioner Shea?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passes. One final motion, Commissioner Lemon.
I move that we close the meeting of the Board of Public Works for today.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
And that concludes our meeting. The time is 4:32, and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.